It's time to start thinking about the playoff stretch drive. Players are. One team has a memorable game to celebrate. And we hear from one of the new coaches in the league. You might want to tell your hockey-loving Valentine there's lots to enjoy right now if you watch this edition of ECHL Week. Hi, welcome to another edition of ECHL Week. This time we come to you from the cool Insuring Arena in Glens Falls, New York, home of the Adirondack Thunder. Now that we're well into the second half of the regular season, we open today's show by hearing what some participants are thinking about the last 2 months of the season and their team's Kelly Cup playoffs possibilities. First, the Western Conference.
I think it's going to play out, hopefully in our favor. Like you said, our division is very close, and every game is a battle. And I think coming down in the end of January and February and March, every game will be important, and we just want to come on the right side of things.
I mean, that's playoff hockey already in our division each and every night. They're 4-point nights, and each team in our division, I think, really holds a lot of their own destiny if they can do well. If we play your division in around 50 times or so, and pretty much the rest of the way, everybody's gonna play their own division. So if you can get some wins and create some momentum and get some opportunities, and try to create some distance between you and whoever's behind you, because that's the goal. Obviously, keep them behind you and try to chase the front runners.
Well, the top three teams are starting to make a little bit of space for ourselves. For a while there was 5 or 6 teams kind of all together. So us, Idaho and Utah, are trying to space away from the bottom teams. Yeah, we have a pretty special group. Probably the best team I've had since I've been in Tulsa. So, we just have to keep playing those top teams pretty tough.
We've got a lot of belief in our team. There's not a guy on our team who doesn't think that we can go toe-to-toe with anybody in this league. So we're just hoping that we've got the skill and the ability to continue playing the way we have and finish where we want to finish in the end of the season.
I think we work hard. I think every team works hard, but I think we're a grinding group, and we wear teams down, and we're hopefully we can add a few pieces and see what the future holds.
Let's hear from players in both divisions of the Eastern Conference.
You can't take any days off. When you're fighting for a spot, like our whole conference basically is right now, every team is within 1 or 2 points, right? So every game is basically for a playoff spot. So unfortunately, at this point in the season, we don't have the leeway of taking any days off. But at the same time, we're growing as a team, and I like the way that their team's going, and I'm excited for the second half of the season.
We pride ourselves on making the playoffs every year, and right now we're in the mix. Our whole division's pretty tight right now, but this is the time of year where we're going to try and start separating ourselves from everyone else.
I think we're really confident in the locker room. We just have to figure out our away wins, because we're struggling a little bit on away wins, but other than that, I think we have a lot of confidence in our locker room.
I really think with the group of guys we've got going right now and the way we've been playing, that we have a really good opportunity to stay in first place. And I think that's what matters most, is just who you have on your team and how far they're willing to go.
A check on news, plus we talk with another new coach. Next on ECHL Week.
I had to work to get to where I am. Nothing was given to me. I'm not the biggest. I'm not the strongest, but I will work the hardest. I drink Cocoa 5 because it keeps me hydrated and lets me focus on doing what I love. This game takes a toll on my body, but I can't take any days off. It's a grind, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Cocoa 5, keeping you in the game.
I'm Jalen Smerick of the Norfolk Admirals, and you're watching ECHL Week.
Time for our regular check of news from all around the ECHL. January 31st was a big night for the Atlanta Gladiators. A 2-1 victory over the Florida Everblades extended their season-high point streak to 8 games, plus it marked the first time the Glads had beaten the Blades on home ice since October 23rd, 2015. Florida had won the previous 24 games between the two in Georgia. And if that wasn't enough, the victory was career win number 492 for Atlanta coach Jeff Pyle, pushing him past ECHL Hall of Famer John Marks for second all-time in ECHL coaching wins. We'll see the Glads in our highlight game later in the show.
I am Spencer Azachuk of the Allen Americans, and you can tweet me at SRAzachuk.
If anyone had an opportunity to learn from a variety of coaches during his playing days, Riley Armstrong did. Through 16 teams and 8 professional leagues in a playing career which lasted from 2004 through 2016, Armstrong picked up lots of advice. After combining that with his year and a half spent as an assistant with the Wheeling Nailers, he's now settling in as the Maine Mariners' first ever bench boss.
I learn something new every single day I come to the rink, and whether I'm learning from Danny or my assistant Anthony, it's it's always a learning experience whenever we do anything, booking a team travel or a team meal or doing a transaction. So I just love coming to the rink. I love what I do for work, and hopefully I can continue to do it for a long time.
The time Armstrong spent with the Nailers was particularly valuable for his development.
I did a lot in Wheeling. Brian and Brian Komorowski and Don Rigby there too taught me a lot of things away from the rink as well, on getting the per diem ready, or the hotel or the hotel rooming list. DJ in Wheeling as well helped me out a ton. I think it's just those kind of guys that really guided me and helped me out. It was a big learning curve for myself, from going from playing to coaching and being on the other side, and I definitely credit a lot to them, and also the Penguins for allowing me to get my foot in the door as well, and help me out there too.
Armstrong is comfortable with taking the head coaching learning curve as it comes.
I know I'm a first-year guy. I think there's lots to learn still from all aspects of the game, and once you're behind the bench, and it's getting your lines out, it's communicating with your assistant coach, and also the refs, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. So like I said before, it's just we come in every day with an open mind, and we just learn. So it's been great.
Considering Maine is solidly in the playoff hunt at this point of the regular season, Armstrong's boss likes the job he's done.
I try to let them coach as much as possible. I get their feedback and stuff like that. Once in a while I'll step in, and if I feel that they're out of line or they don't see something, I'll just bring it up. I think I have a great relationship with all coaches. So if there's something to be said, I'm not afraid, but at the same time, I let them make the decision. They've been great so far. I've been really happy with how things have been handled from our coaching staff.
Coming from a Saskatchewan hockey family, which included brother Colby, who spent 8 seasons in the NHL, Armstrong doesn't think twice when asked if he made the right move taking this job with the Mariners.
I love it. Just being in the area. My wife's parents are not far from us as well. Being able to work with Danny and Paul Holmgren, and also being affiliated with the Rangers, and being able to talk to Keith McCambridge and Chris Drury day to day, and Pat Bowler. It's been an awesome experience so far.
A highlight game from the South Division when ECHL Week continues.
This is nice.
Happy anniversary.
Is that what I think it is?
I don't know. It's a hockey stick. There's more. A puck and skates.
Oh, Ed. You nailed it.
The other one's in the car.
Hockey's here. The savings never left. Geico, proud partner of the NHL.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Hi, Hi, I'm Frank DeChara of the Reading Royals, and you could find me on Instagram at Frank_DeChara.
Very interesting and entertaining highlight game of the week for you this time. Let's check it out.
Far side for McKenzie. Now a slap shot from Mester. It goes wide, pumps in front. Score! Gladiators! Nick Bly, what a guy! Chips it in from the near side post. 1-0 Atlanta. A power play goal. 12:14 left in the first. Puck comes to the blue line. Mester to the high slot. Nesbitt spins to the back door in front. They score! Puck pops to center, taken here and brought into the zone. Far side, a wrist shot, they score. Now the puck comes to the blue line, Spencer has it. Spencer long range try, deflected in front, they score. Trying to get this puck back for Atlanta. Tamala takes it for Orlando, sends to the blue line, Cooper. Shot, he scores! Orlando a two-man advantage. They get to the far side, Manfredo a slap shot, saved by Bond to the rebound, he stops that too, it's pushed into the crease, they say it's a goal. Bly, 10 seconds left, Bly to the blue line for Joel Messner. Messner to the far side for McDonald, 7 seconds left. McDonald in front, deflected, goal! They score! Score, Gladiators! With 3 seconds left! Atlanta takes the lead! Can you believe it?
That wraps up another edition of ECHL Week from Glens Falls, New York. Thanks for watching. Please make sure to follow us on all our social media channels. It's the best way to keep up to date on everything that's going on throughout the ECHL until the next ECHL Week rolls around. See you next time.